might be aware of the fact that I'm not terribly fond of footwear. But there is one thing I haven't done too much of, and that's actually barefoot running. Joining me right now is Thomas Hollowell, one of the authors of the Complete Idiot's Guide, perfect for me, to barefoot running. Your credentials are there. USAT, you're a triathlete, marathoner, all those things. What's the deal with this? I mean, we're seeing like some of the footwear. Have we over-teched our feet? In
a way, I think so. You know, in the last 30 years, shoes have gotten a lot more technically advanced. Mm-hmm. You have a wider heel, a higher heel, a lot more cushioning, and some of those things aren't really needed, especially if you want to land properly and naturally on the forefoot, and if you don't, and if you want to run more efficiently. Most modern shoes promote a heel strike,
right.
So you're landing on the heel, which is almost like putting on the brakes with each landing. It's also sending a lot of shock through the body. Mm-hmm. Now, when you land with the forefoot, as a barefoot style would promote, such as with minimalist shoes, you're landing more naturally. The legs actually absorb the shock, the impact. There's hardly any impact, and then your natural springs take over to help you run much more efficiently.
Well, shoes. When I've purchased running shoes, it is. Do you pronate? Do you supinate? Do you all sorts of issues? Are we seeing? Is that what the new trend in footwear, where we have the individualized? I don't know what they're called, toe channels or whatever you want. I mean, is that intended to try and duplicate as best as possible?
Yeah, it's trying. There's a whole line, the whole realm, the whole spectrum of shoe companies, from Nike to Merrell to New Balance. These are Vibram 5 fingers. They're very popular right now. A couple other companies like Kigo and Softstar are moving towards a new. They're trying to promote a minimalist style running, so that people who are searching to run, hopefully to run with less injury or to try to run more naturally, can have a choice alongside with regular shoes. A lot of people aren't going to give up their shoes and run completely barefoot. So this gives them something where they can still feel and flex with the ground.
It could be true. Well, the interesting thing is you're a triathlete. Now, one thing about triathlons, there's a lot of equipment involved. You've got a cap, you got goggles, you got a wetsuit, and then you got your aero bars, you got your gel packs, all sorts of things, and then now suddenly in the last leg, you're taking all that away. How did you discover? Were you having problems?
Yes, I was having some trouble. I had foot surgery. I was actually in Korea, and a naturopathic physician told me, I was asking them, how can I strengthen my feet and legs so that I can prevent future issues? And the doctor told me, go barefoot. So in Korea, they have a culture of going barefoot on reflexology paths and walking in the forest. So I started doing that, and one thing led to another. Started walking barefoot, hiking barefoot, and then eventually jogging and running without shoes. And it felt natural and good, and I really I really felt my form become more proficient. Your posture becomes more erect. You have a higher cadence, a better stride. Yeah.
Less weight too, especially if people are thinking, oh, shoes aren't much. But over the course of a marathon,
or especially an ultra marathon. Imagine that. So if you got something like a regular cushioned shoe versus something like really light and flexible, imagine the weight and the stress you're saving on the legs and the body.
Let's talk about the book, because I'm thinking. Some people at home might be thinking, well, then all I have to do is take off my shoes and run. But it's a pretty sizable book, because I'm guessing there's a lot to figure in. There's transitioning to, considering stretching and surfaces and all that stuff.
That's right. So a lot of people, the book, we have over 300 pages, and people are like, how in the world did you write 300 pages of barefoot running? Well, there's a lot behind it. There's a slow transitional period that takes 3 to 6 months. If you want to run a marathon, it's up to a year, even 2 years. There's a whole lot of things to focus on your form, to become mindful of your body, to test different surfaces, to give your feet and legs variation, such as on trails or on the road or on a track or even on grass. A lot of people think they should start on a soft surface like grass or sand, and that's actually not the case.
So that'd be going probably too far to the other extreme from the technology on a shoe to a giving surface.
Exactly. And on a hard, debris-free or smooth surface, you can actually you can actually see what's in front of you, and you can have immediate feedback with your form and with your feet.
Awesome. If someone could maybe find a local track where you've got a consistent surface with a
that helps. If it's like one of those rubber tracks, I would say stick to a sidewalk or something. But if it's like just a nice smooth track, or even a wooden gym floor, some people do it on a treadmill just to get a feel for it. You can vary your surfaces up a little bit. At first, it's better to transition on something smooth.
Okay, awesome. Well, we have to make a smooth transition to a commercial break right now, but we want to make sure you can connect with him at thomashollowell.com, right?
And also barefootrunning.us.
Okay, that makes sense. We're going to put those links, and this is available everywhere. A Complete Idiot's Guide to Barefoot Running. Andy, want to try it?